Round 10 NRL action from the Colonial Stadium in Melbourne. It's the Melbourne Storm up against the Sydney Roosters. The Melbourne Storm will take to the field as per program. Marcus Byrne, jumper number 5, playing his 100th first grade game, and Hillen Hawford racking up a good relationship in the halves. The Sydney Roosters have 2 changes due to suspension. Brad Fiedler is out. Jamie Russo makes his first grade debut, while on the bench, Michael Korkitis replaces Adrian Morley. It's the Sydney Roosters up against the Melbourne Storm. Stephen Clark is this afternoon's first grade referee. 166 first grade games, plenty of experience for Stephen Clark. And the Roosters will get us underway. I'll defend the left-hand side of the screen. The Storm running right to left. And Orford, Rodney Howe overrunning it, and so had to take the ball himself. Takes it towards centre field. And here comes Rua. He's 25 metres out, playing the ball. Now Robbie Kearns, his first hit up of the afternoon. Scott Logan, pressing for State of Origin selection for the Maroons. Makes the tackle. They go a little bit wide through Kearney. Ricketson there to make the tackle with Cross. 5 short of the halfway line. Now it comes back to Orford with the kick on an early tackle. It's away from Flannery, the fullback. He goes back. Has Hegarty in support. Doesn't need him and takes the tackle of the Storm. Good chase.
Yeah, good start for the Melbourne Storm. No dramas, no mistakes. 5 tackles and a nice kick and a very, very good chase, as you alluded to, Mark.
There's Fitzgibbon. 25 out from his own line. First opportunity for the Roosters to touch the football this afternoon. Pongia. Straight and hard. And Melbourne defence meet him in numbers. Logan. Solid tackle, Rodney Howe and Kearns. Front rowers on front rower. 9 short of the halfway line. Last tackle here for the Roosters. The kick comes from Green. No, it doesn't. Back to Flannery under pressure. Gets it away. It's not the best of kicks, and watching it go over the touchline is Paul Fatawira. And so the Storm will have reasonable field position. Howe offloads before he gets to the line. Orford, quick hands there to Scott Hill. Good tackle, but he pushes away from Matty Singh. Now 3. Bring him to ground. 5 short of the halfway line. Another penalty. Quentin Pongia penalised, you heard from the referee, and Pongia, as he ran past, said no way. That kick's not going to find touch again, is it? It does now, but touched. They will get the loose and feed the Storm. And this is not the first time they've had trouble finding touch from a penalty, the Melbourne Storm.
Well, a couple of weeks ago against Parramatta, the game was in the balance. Scotty Hill didn't find touch, and on the next set of 6, Parramatta scored to wrap the game up. So it's an area where they really have to improve, especially when you don't get many opportunities in a game of football like this.
More talk then by the Roosters.
Yeah,
Flannery should have been tipping to Hegarty there. He had plenty of space to get closer to that football.
Here come the Storm. Hill knocked down by the Roosters, wasn't played at, so it shouldn't be a knock on. Play on, and Minicello will pick it up and race away and score. He's over the 40. It wasn't played at deliberately, I don't think. He'll go to the video referee more than likely, but I reckon this will be a try. It's got to be deliberately played at, and here we go.
Guys, can you just check to see if that ball was played at by the Roosters, please?
But there it was touched, I think, by the Storm, which may have put him back on side if he was outside the 10. I don't think he's played at that deliberately. I think that's play on.
John Gosha, the video referee's having a good look at it, that's for sure.
Here's the decision. Try! John Gosha has come up with the same decision that we all agree with here, that it wasn't played at. Robbie Kearns speaking to Stephen Clark at the moment. Sorry, Robbie, and the Melbourne Storm supporters, I don't think you've got any area of complaint. It wasn't played at.
Most people wouldn't know the rules, though. As we take just one more look at it to get it right. There it is. Unplayed at. Ryan Cross almost gets it. Dyer can't pick it up. Minicello proves he can kiss a bullet. He just goes away from the defence and dots down underneath the post. What a start for the Roosters. They'd be very pleased with this.
7th try of the season for Anthony Minicello. Signed a new deal with the Roosters recently. He is a very good young player. There's Craig Fitzgibbon from right in front. He missed with his first attempt. No troubles with that one. And so against the run of play, the Roosters have hit the lead 6 points to nil. It came from the scrum win, which shouldn't have been a scrum because the Storm should have found touch from the penalty kick. And they're taken now 20 metres out, the Roosters. Swain, the kicker, was up there to make the tackle. Singh from acting half. He's now tackled. Now 32 out from his own line. Shannon Hegarty runs from acting half. Here's Rodney Howe having a breather. Ben Rorty on for the Storm. There's an ordinary pass thrown there by a man that should really know better in Quentin Pongia. And now Kearns has come up with it. Rorty, 32 metres out.
I think the Storm fancied the left-hand side, their chances on the left-hand side of the field.
Pongia shouldn't be on the field.
Well, I think the Storm will come left most of the time. I think they want to put Aaron Newell up against Ryan Cross.
79% so far this year.
Greeny.
He's 31 metres out, right in front. Struck it pretty well. Straight between the posts. The Roosters' lead is cut to 4.
The Roosters haven't gone a lot from dummy half, but when Craig Wing gets on, you can expect plenty of that in the second.
Here's Danny Williams up to the 20-metre line. There was a gap there, but he just got hit at the wrong time. Now Swain, Scott Hill, short ball, Bell. He throws it back, it's on the ground, play on. They pick it up, are they over the line? They've lost it, the Storm in the far corner. The ball went free, and Hegarty came up with it. But they're asking some questions at the moment of the Roosters' defence, and they're answering them.
The scrambling defence of the Roosters has been solid here this afternoon. The Storm have made a couple of inroads as he nearly goes over the sideline. This is where the Storm like to get you. They like to get you on a corner near a sideline, get up hard, jam in, and then try and get you to kick from 20 metres out from your own line.
That's what they're doing on the last. They don't know it's the last, do they? And Flannery's taken on the last tackle, 20 out from their own line.
Well, that's what we spoke about before. Where's Fittler? Where's the man calling the shots? They paid the penalty here. The Storm have got 5 tackles now.
Rorty, centre field. Kearns back up the middle of the ruck, offloads back to Rorty. He finds the Via, who's on the field. 9 metres out from the line. Kearney, he's only 2 metres out. They only trail by 4, the Melbourne Storm. Orford, now Scott Hill, cut out ball, quick hands, Perinara, Bell, must score in the corner, Fatawira's over. The Melbourne Storm have levelled it up at Colonial Stadium. It's 6-all with a kick to come.
Well, that was great work there by the Melbourne Storm. That try was set up the 6 previous rucks where the Storm were defending. They had the Roosters stuck on that sideline. The Roosters couldn't go anywhere. It was a cardinal sin. You've got to try and work the ball infield. You've got nowhere else to go once you're on the sideline. And they hammered them in there. They forced a mistake on the 5th tackle. Just tremendous work by the Storm. You can see their intensity has been lifted by that set of 6. And then they use the football down the right-hand side. A great cut-out ball, second-man play by Hill. Stephen Bell onto Fatawira. Good try for the Storm.
Tough kick for Orford from touch. Not the best. And he's missed that one to the left, and so the scores are level at Colonial Stadium. 6-all, the Storm and the Roosters. Buys 20 metres out from the line. Here's Rorty. He's tackled 12 metres out. Can the Storm score before half-time? Break the deadlock. Howe back to Orford. Scott Hill turns the ball back inside. They keep it alive. Orford goes for the line. He's over try. They have scored before half-time. They have broken the deadlock, and they're 4 in front.
Well, they needed to, the Storm. They were starting to build pressure. They've had the majority of possession in the latter half of this half. Just great work by the Storm. They work it to the middle of the field. They've got each options either side of the park. How? They put on a run around. We don't see many of it in today's game, but it is effective. They just keep the ball alive, and Matty Orford, he just continues to impress in this Storm outfit.
straight over the black dot. And once again a try inside the final 5 before half-time. They were 6-0 down the Storm. They now lead by 12 points to 6.
Well, you touched on the Orford-Hill combination. Orford at the start of the year, he had big boots to fill in Brett Kamali, and his scrum-based partner was Tessessa Lavia, who was a rookie himself. He won Rookie of the Year last year, and Orford have only played about 10 first-grade games. So between them, there wasn't much experience. And since Hill has moved to 5'8", he's helped guide the team around the park. He's taken the pressure off Orford a little bit, and it gets better and better each week.
Bell plays it inside the final 2 minutes of the first half. Perenara brings the ball forward for the Melbourne Storm. Here's Orford. Once again, a pass putting a teammate under pressure. And how well has Bowden done? And Ryan Cross has hurt himself in back play. His leg hit the head of Bowden there, and he's in trouble with an ankle injury. Orford, or maybe his leg, he could be in serious trouble. He's waving. Now the ball is kept in play by Marcus Bai, and what a try! He should be at Old Trafford playing for Manchester United. How did he do it? We'll go to the video replay.
Can you just check a couple of things for me, Coach? I want to check the onside and the grounding, please.
The only doubt I've got is if he's onside or not. He's onside, that's a try. Fantastic work by Marcus Bai in his 100th first-grade game. And persistence with Marcus Bai. Tremendous effort by the Melbourne Storm.
What a rugby league try. 16-6, 2 tries in the 5 minutes before half-time as Ryan Cross comes from the field. While we watch this magnificent effort from Bai again. How did he stay in the field of play? He's done a David Beckham at Manchester United. Come back in, and then off the 10-metre platform, he's nailed a 9.4. Logan hasn't been back since he copped the head knock early. Orford from touch has missed it to the left. And that is just about half-time. We won't get a restart. And I don't mean to be alarmist about Ryan Cross, but he was in agony. He wasn't placed on the stretcher, but he was on the Medicab. And they were holding his leg. He did limp or hobble to the Medicab, hop. But he won't be back, I'm sure, for this game. And Logan is a bit dusty on the touchline. Half-time at Colonial Stadium. This game has turned around in 5 minutes. It's the Melbourne Storm 16, the Sydney Roosters 6.
One of the most efficient hunting machines in all of boxing.
He's explosive, dangerous, and can knock you out in a split second.
And that is it. That man is scary. Monster. My knockout victory for the great Naoya Inoue. I gotta be free. I've gotta be free. Daring to try to do it or die. I've gotta be me.
Are you ready to go next level?
I thought an extra 10 kgs was next level.
Financially, big fella. With ANZ Plus, you can set multiple savings goals and track your progress.
Ripped financials.
It's great having fast-flowing internet. Just ask the hundreds of thousands of Aussies experiencing the Aussie broadband difference, like Matthew.
The service is fast and reliable, and customer service is the best I've ever experienced with a service provider. I cannot recommend Aussie Broadband highly enough.
Aussie Broadband has award-winning customer service and a 4.5-star rating. So, make the switch and join Australia's most trusted telco today. Aussie Broadband. Bloody good broadband.
The only thing you need to catch a huntsman is a clear container.
Okay. My secret to shiny hair.
Game changer.
You can polish your houseplants with milk.
No way.
Did you know you can clean your Barbie with a raw onion?
Holy shit.
There have been thousands of UFO sightings in Australia.
How did I not know this?
How did we not know this? I not know this.
If you want to bowl faster tomorrow,
You need sports nutrition you can trust today. INT Sports Nutrition is banned substance tested and informed sports certified. INT Sports Nutrition, powering tomorrow, today.
Full service history and extra 1-year warranty.
We're on!
Toyota certified, pre-owned in a class of its own. Oh, what a feeling. Toyota.
About to get the second half underway. Matt Orford. The Roosters, can they come back? This will test their mettle this afternoon, trailing by 10. News for Melbourne Storm fans is that Robbie Kearns is just coming out of the tunnel now to head to the bench. So they've got their 4. Over the 30-metre line come the Roosters from the restart. Dallas Hood will play it. 10 short of halfway. The Roosters first set after the break. Wing. Now Green off a hand of the Storm. Play on, should be 6 to go. Picked up there by Minicello.
Knock on by Anthony Minicello, the second one. When he went to grab it, it come off his hand. Not the charge down. The one from Anthony Minicello.
Orford accelerates. Fletcher, Crocker with the tackle for the Roosters. Right in centre field, they go left. Now it comes from Hill, spinning, weaving. There's nowhere to go, forced back in the tackle. About 5 metres. Swain from acting half, they go left last. They've got numbers here. The pass from Bowden now comes to Swain. He'll get over, can he get the ball down? No. Great defence, Minicello. And how did Brian Fletcher get there?
That was sensational work by Minicello.
Penalty against the Melbourne Storm.
Silly, Richard.
Here's a chance now for the Roosters. Minicello into open space. Fullback to beat on the halfway line. Through Geyer. In support, Ricketson. Will he have the pace? Yes, he will. And the Roosters have hit back with a try to loot Ricketson. But put it down to a great run by Minicello. It's 16-10 with a kick to come.
Well, it was great work there by Minicello. But it was the Storm defensive line. They tried to put pressure on. And I'm sure Marcus Byers just come off his wing. Tried to put pressure on the Roosters player. It was someone else's man. He's just come in. He hasn't read it particularly well. The ball has gone past him. He can't give this man any space. He's too quick. And he just finds Ricketson backing up. It was just poorly read by Marcus Bai. He didn't have to come in.
Here's the kick. He has kicked it. It's now 4 points the difference. Fitzgibbon has narrowed the gap. And it's the Storm leading the Roosters by 16 points to 12.
This is where the Storm really need to pick up their act. They had no success early in this second half. Mentally, they've probably dropped off a little bit. But they've got to win this arm wrestle in the second half if they're to win this game. The Roosters, on the other hand, are picking it up. They'll get a lot of confidence out of the points that they've just scored. And they're starting to look dangerous.
Solid tackle there on Singh. And he's going at 100 miles an hour. And ran into a brick wall. Logan back on the field. And he's hit solidly straight up. Now they keep it alive. Good work, the Roosters. Crocker, great hands. Ricketson doesn't have the pace. Gives it to Minicello. He does. Fullback to beat inside. Here's a try. And what a try it is to the Roosters. Paul Green levels it up. And with a kick to come, the Roosters could hit the lead.
Well, that's what we spoke about. The Storm, to me, have switched off. They're making some ordinary decisions in defence. They're coming in when they don't have to. They afford to slide and hang back. The second phase play of the Roosters is starting to come into their own. That's why the Storm was so successful in the second half. When you come in off your line, you've got to make the tackle. And when the ball gets on the outside to this guy here, Minicello, he's just too quick. Green supporting. And what a turnaround in this game.
Straight between the posts, not a problem.
They're in front, the Roosters. Well, 16-6 was never going to be enough for the Melbourne Storm. They had to score first in the second half if they were to go on and win this game. But the Roosters are a quality side. Right in centre field. Slowish play the ball. Fatawira, two wingers trying to take the pressure off the forwards. Rodney Howe, what about the tackle there from Matty Singh on the front rower? Kearns, Rua. They have lifted about 3 cogs here, the Roosters. Bowden off, and that man Rua, who just got tackled, he's on. Hegarty takes the ball, takes it well, and almost returns it to the mark of the kick.
It's amazing what a couple of tries will do to the confidence of the team that has trailed for most of this match. And gee, the Roosters, well, they're a different team now. They're prepared to support. They're hitting a little bit harder. They're prepared to make a match. The side's been revamped a bit. Laurie Daly mentioned that Wing has gone out to probably play 5'8" now. Russo's on the sideline. They seem to be flowing very nicely.
Benetti not played at there, the referee says. 4th tackle. Now Wing at acting half to Green. Go out to that right again. And Ricketson is. Now the ball's dropped on the ground. Crocker picks it up, accelerates through. Mule grabs him by the jumper, brings him to ground. Last tackle. 22 metres out, centre field. Wing from acting half. They've got the numbers in to score again. Over in the corner goes Minicello. No, he's grabbed and goes again. Try. He grabbed him by the jumper. Geyer, he's going to go to the video referee.
Check to see if he was tackled short of the line and then make a second movement, please.
As we look at this, I don't think he was ever in control of the tackle. That's what we've got to look at. There's no way. He's slipping off the tackle here. His arms are now free. That's got to be a try. I think the referee will award that. But you've got to say, Laurie, you hit on the head. Craig Wing read it. He showed the vision, went down that short side, and had enough pace to get there. It was a fantastic effort.
There's a try, second of the afternoon to Anthony Minicello. This will make it 8 the difference. And this will be a huge blow to the Storm behind the goal line. Not sure about this one.
I'll back him in.
I'll tell you in a minute. I reckon he'll miss it. Oh. Yeah, just to the left. Got it again.
How am I going? I'm going ordinary on the tipping stakes.
Now Fletcher, dummies, goes himself. Defence was coming up quickly, so he held on to the ball. Pongia has lost it, coming back onto the inside in the middle of the ruck. Now they have quick hands. Mule gets away from Minicello. Crocker comes up with a very good tackle. By Marcus By across field. He's already got 1 in game 100. Can he get 2? They go left. Orford cuts out Kearney to Mule. He's 9 metres out. Slow played the ball. It's a bit hurt there, Aaron Mule. Now, Robbie Kearns, the captain, up the middle. He's only a metre out from the line. Crocker's made some good tackles in the last 10 minutes. Orford, Hill, ball to Rua. He should score. Is he over? Yes. Did he get it down? The referee says we'll go upstairs.
Yeah, grounding. I have an opinion, which I'm of the opinion that he got the ball down. Just check it for me, please.
Well, how important is this ruling now from John Gosha as Luke Ricketson speaks to the referee? There we go. Short there, and that's a try.
I don't think there's any doubt about that mark. I think momentum has certainly carried him over. If we take another look at this, there's been no extension of the arms. He's just been driven over by the momentum that's been behind him, plus the 3 tacklers on his back. I think we'll see this one awarded.
There it is. The Melbourne Storm have hit back. Matt Rua has scored, and Matt Orford has the chance to level it up with 10 minutes to go. Important kick for Orford. 2 from 4.
I'll back him. On fire today, so he should kick it.
Little trouble from next to the post for Matt Orford. We're level once again at Colonial Stadium. Bowden running across field. Wing Mason tackle. He tried to offload out the back, and they've lost it, the Melbourne Storm, and the Roosters have come up with possession. Maybe that's the mistake that turns the game.
Well, while you're trying to win the game, you've also got to be careful that you don't lose it. And that was a classic case there of trying to force the football. They would have been better off going to ground, working for the next play. It just gives the Roosters a sniff.
Both benches working overtime at the moment as Dallas Hood has come from the field, replaced by Korkidis. Pongi is about to come from the field for the Roosters. That'll be their last change. Here they go through Russo, over the 20-metre line. What about the field goal here, Laurie? 3 to go. Where's Paul Green? It goes to him. Perinara comes through. It's not a bad kick, it's there. He's kicked it. Paul Green has kicked the field goal for the Sydney Roosters, and they're in front by a point, and that turnover has proved costly. The Storm have got 90 seconds to get down to about 60 metres out for a field goal attempt.
Well, we spoke about Fittler and how much of a loss he is to this Roosters side.
Here goes Hill for the kick for touch to try and get the loose and feed. Will it find the touch line? No, Flannery just gets there.
Great thinking by Scott Hill. Poor, just the execution. It didn't go out. We've seen a couple of weeks ago Brett Finch against the Newcastle Knights trying the same thing. Unfortunately, that day it went out in the full. But they're still going to have one more set at them, or a couple of tackles at least.
Korkidis, let's see if the Roosters don't make a mistake. They could have more. 50 seconds to go, a point the difference. Ricketson, the experienced players, getting in there now. Fletcher will be the next hit up. He won't look to offload, will he? Yes, he does. They go wide. Logan, arms free. He won't pass it. Hit by Rorty over the top. Last tackle. Will they look for touch here? Wing, they go the blind side. Green towards the in goal. It's off a foot of the Storm. It has gone out.
So it's kicked out, so it's a handover.
It wasn't played at, so 6 tackle changeover. 20 seconds to go. They've got 70 metres to get to the 20-metre line for a shot at field goal. Rodney Howe. I'm not sure they've got the legs, the Melbourne Storm. The Roosters slowing play down. Swain at acting half. Orford. They go wide. Scott Hill. Aaron Mule. 2 seconds. Last tackle of the game. They've got to try and score the try and win it. Kearney now. Long ball. Bell hit by Singh solidly. Flicked out the back to Bowden. Back to Geyer. They keep it alive. Orford. A long ball on the outside. Mule. He gets into open space. Inside it's gone forward. And the Roosters have dived on it. And there is a courageous win from the Sydney Roosters. They trailed 16-6 at half-time, and without Brad Fittler, without Adrian Morley, with Ryan Cross with a suspected broken leg, and Scott Logan injured in the first half, the Roosters have scored a sensational win. 23-22 over the Melbourne Storm.
Well, that has been a great performance by the Roosters here this afternoon. Not many people would have given them a chance against the Storm, Brad Fittler being out. They are one of the premiership favourites in this competition, and they have shown today that they can win without their skipper. They're a quality team, and it's games like this that build your season. And they will get tremendous confidence out of this performance here today, this Roosters side. They are in this competition right up to their necks.